Hello, spring football fans, UFL fans. Sorry I'm late on this one, but I've been down and out with some sickness, so I apologize. But let's get into the final game of the week. It between Houston and DC. Houston in the upset 24-21 over DC. They improved to 4-5. DC goes to 6-3. DC is now a full game behind first place of the Battlehawks. But they have right now the tiebreaker advantage if they really want to go for the regular season XFL title. We'll see how both these teams play it this week, because no matter what, the game is going to be in St. Louis. The story of this game: the two major turnovers for DC. One which was on a 2-point conversion, which Houston brought back for a 2-point score, and another one that led to a touchdown. Now, there was an oh shit moment in this game when Jalen McClendon was going for a touchdown, and all they had to do was kneel on the ball and kick the field goal. He tries to switch in a touchdown. They fumble the end zone. DC gets the ball. DC runs down, gets the touchdown. No good on the 3-point conversion. The 4th and 12 is no good. Game over. And the Houston Roughnecks have the upset victory. Now, how much does it mean? With home field already decided, I don't know. Jalen McClendon, 21 of 30, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was awesome that day. Jordan Talmu, 14 of 22, 163 yards, 1 touchdown. We saw Mike DeLeo, 17 of 29 for 206 yards. They pretty much played in the second half because they don't want a chance on Tiamo get hurt, and which tells you what we're in store for this Friday night with the Battlehawks and the Defenders. Would Mike DeLeo play again? Mike, yes, he will. It'll be interesting who the Battlehawks start at quarterback also. Chris Rowland, once again, 7 catches, 76 yards. Cornell Powell, 8 catches, 104 yards, both touchdowns. And once again, the DC Defenders play extreme on both sides of the ball. When their defense is not smothering you, they're giving up over 30 points. Now, the thing is, when they give up over 30 points, their offense happens to score in bunches that day. And on the days where their defense is stifling, they have trouble getting in the red zone. And as much as I love my DC Defenders, I would like to see more consistency on both sides of the ball. I mean, the Defenders go up and down the field, and they either scoring points or they die in the red zone. The Greg Williams defense, either they smother you, they crush you, or they get up yards and points. It is really a hit or miss. It's kind of like living and dying by a 3-point shot in basketball. That's the best way I could put it for you. So, all right, let's get into the players of the week. The offensive player of the week, no doubt, is J.Mar Smith, quarterback of the Birmingham Stallions, with a big win over Michigan. Birmingham is now 6-0 against the Panthers. He was 22 of 31 for 293 yards and 2 touchdowns, and using his legs to come up with some big first downs. I'm telling you right now, I don't care how good Alex Magoo is feeling, there is no way I'm taking J.Mar Smith out of the lineup this weekend. If he plays good again, you got to start him for a playoff game. I think you're dumb for not doing that. Defensive player of the week, Donald Payne. No surprise, outside linebacker of the Arlington Renegades. 7 tackles, 1 interception, 1 pass breakup. He was in the face of the quarterback the whole day. And your special player teams of the week, Jaden Sherman, the running back of San Antonio. 3 kickoffs for 150 yards, including an 86-yard return. So there are your players of the week. Now let's go to the team rankings going to week 10. Number 10, of course, the San Antonio Bombers. There's just nothing positive to say about them at this point. There isn't. Number 7, the Memphis Showboats. There's always glimmers of hope there, but the whole Wizard Hunt thing really messed them up this year. Number 6, I'm putting the Arlington Renegades, so they're moving down at 4 and 5. Number 5, I'm going to give it to the Houston Roughnecks. Both teams were 4 and 5. Number 4, my team, DC Defenders, dropped from number 1 to number 4 this week. Number 3, I'm going with the Michigan Panthers. Number 2, the Birmingham Stallions. Of course, number 1, the St. Louis Battlehawks. Okay, let's talk about the games coming up this weekend. Actually, you know what we'll do first? I think first we'll talk about the ratings. And to my surprise, the ratings, well, one game didn't get a rating, the Arlington-Memphis game, because of the rain delay. It was moved from free TV to streaming. So I'm sure that there's a way to get a rating, but we don't have it yet. Okay, St. Louis and San Antonio Friday night, the Fox game of the week, 540,000. If they're gonna do this Friday night thing next week, they're gonna start flexing games from week 6 on. That's just my opinion. Do you really want to see a 1-8 team on the Friday night game of the week? I don't. All right, Birmingham, Michigan on ABC. This is a good one. 966,000, 1.2 million peaked in viewership. And thanks to the Indy 500, the DC Houston game was 1.3 million, peaked at 2.6. So there are your ratings for the week. Maybe we'll get an Arlington Memphis. Maybe we won't, but let's get into the games of the week. The Friday night game of the week, which I was planning to go to, but everything that's the home field advantage being out the window. What's the purpose? St. Louis at DC. DC's won the first game. They would hold a tiebreaker if they win. Basically, the winner takes the regular season conference title. And I tell you what, as much as I love my Defenders, I hope St. Louis wins, because I've gotten this already. I don't want DC to get the conference championship and then have to go on a road because the league didn't plan right. So DC Defenders will be getting them to play for. Then again, neither do the Battlehawks. So how's that game going to turn out? I don't know. All right, the game on Saturday, 3 o'clock, ESPN. Houston Roughnecks and the Michigan Panthers. Now, the Michigan Panthers can still win the regular season conference championship, even though it means nothing, if they win and Birmingham loses on Sunday. So that maybe something to look forward to. I think the Houston Roughnecks want to finish the year at 500. I expect them to play hard. Next day on Sunday, the noon game on ABC. The Arlington Renegades at San Antonio. Your Texas shootout. Probably one team doing all the shooting. Rumor going around, this could be Luis Perez's swan song. I hope not. He's awesome for the league. I would hate to see him go. The Renegades and the Bombers. I don't see that being much of a game. Of course, the last game on schedule at 3 o'clock on the Fox Network. Birmingham and Memphis. If Birmingham wins, they win the regular season conference championship, and they're going to host it anyway, but I would feel better if they do win. Or if Michigan loses the day before, I'm fine with that. I just don't want this disaster. So there are your games of the week. Coming up, you might as well just call it preseason week number 2. Yes, it is Bush League. I've gone through this over and over again. I am not happy. And the league better make some wholesale changes next year to avoid this disaster, not 1 but 2 years in a row now. They got away with it last year. They may get away with it this year in both conferences. But this is not acceptable. All right, fans, put your comments down below. What's your opinion? I would love to hear it. Is there really anything to look forward to? Because right now, I'm just thinking ahead to the conference championship games. For the love of football, we'll talk to your fans later.